The outcome has no bearing on what is
Yeah,
true.
yeah. God's gonna send his judgment on you, buddy, for beating your own father, for punching your own father in the head, and then telling the police that he assaulted you. You want to talk about judgment? It's literally a commandment: honor thy mother and father.
That is not an
Suffer,
Israel who are
Jerome.
of Israel.
Suffer.
And
Suffer.
the quickest follow-up that
God's gonna judge you for kicking mom out of her own bed so you can sleep in it with your cat while she's on the couch. Is that honorable? Is it honorable for mom to be working 2 jobs and sleeping on a couch so you can have a bedroom all to yourself? Do you pay rent there? While you get yourself a new car and you're not paying rent and you're freeloading off of a single mom with 2 jobs and kicked her out of her own bedroom so you could sleep there with your cat? Is that honorable?
Is like legalism about who God claims. And what I would say to you is just based off of my experience as a human being who's been here for almost 40 years.
Legit true.
And experienced all sorts of fucked up shit and seen all kinds of crazy shit.
Yes.
I think
He's freeloading off of my mom and my other siblings who are actually underage, who deserve to have housing. It's a 3-bedroom apartment. He takes one of the beds because his cat has to live with him because he's a freeloading 21-year-old with a full-time job who won't pay for his own apartment. He wants to get a new car instead. So he kicked mommy out of the bedroom because she can't be around the cat. So he has an entire room for him and his cat because she's allergic and she sleeps on the couch. I thought you cared about her so much.
the way
Say what you will, at least dad has a bed.
who never heard.
No, he can pay rent. He just prefers to freeload off of my mom in a 3-person apartment. There's 6 people there. He prefers to be a 21-year-old with a full-time job who's saving up money for his car payments on a brand new car that he didn't need when she already bought him a car instead of paying the rent. But like, it's also her fault for indulging that, but like, you are a man-child to the highest degree. You could get a roommate and go live on your own like a normal person. I pay rent, you don't. You freeload off your own mentally ill single mother with 2 jobs and 2 underage kids living with her. That's what you do. That's pathetic.
Gospel.
You're not even going to school. You don't even have Charlie's excuse. You have a job. Go get an apartment. Grow the fuck up.
So for
2025 Corolla Cross. Nice. Yeah, well, look at you. You got a new car when you had a perfectly fine car before that mom bought you. But no, you had to get a new car instead of getting an apartment because you're a leech. Makes more sense to stay home and save money. Not when you're the 6th person in a 3-person apartment. No. Go live somewhere else. You've already paid it off. Okay, great. So go get an apartment now. It's time to grow up. Be a big boy. Be a big boy. Oh, you're gonna do it. You can do it. Go on Facebook Marketplace and look for an apartment with a roommate. I believe in you, John. You're a big boy now. You've got a job, as you tell everybody. Get that money together. Get your bank account together and send in that deposit. You can do it. I believe in you.
What if God was one of us, just a slob like one of us, just a stranger on the bus? Like, that's pretty, like, nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice, but it's almost like too convenient for how
talking to
fucked
John.
up the world is.
What car did she buy me? Oh,
Showed us the way of
hold on a
love,
second.
and then
I'll find it
died
for
to
you.
give us
Hold on
access
one
to-
second. Give me 1 second. John, I had to call the cops on you because Joey texted me that he was going to commit suicide because you had punched him. And I called the cops and there's a police report of it. He does not love you. He says that you abuse him. Okay? You have anger issues. You should get out of that apartment. You're not his dad. You're not any of their dads. You should get out of there. And if you have anger issues, go deal with that with a therapist or a priest or whoever you want to see, but don't take it out on your younger siblings. You've been doing this since you were a little kid. I understand that you've been through stuff, but it's not okay to take it out on him. You and Tommy both gang up on Joey. I know that for a fact because he's the youngest and he's easy to, pass around, and you physically abuse him. I know that for a fact. And he doesn't talk about it anymore. But he has talked about it with me. And you should cut the shit. You should cut the shit. Just go, get away. You don't have to be there. You don't have to be there. You're freeloading and abusing your younger siblings. Like, maybe that's not a healthy environment. Have you ever considered that? Have you ever considered that? Yes, he did. Yes, I called the cops. The cops took a picture of Joey saying, I'm gonna kill myself. And, you know, there was a text from him saying, John punched me and I want to get out of here. It's crazy. So just like, has it ever occurred to you that maybe that's not a great situation for you to be a part of? Maybe it triggers you. Maybe that's not healthy. You know, but I get it. You want to freeload, but like, I just don't think that's a good idea. Not a good idea. I can't find it. Anyways, there's a clip of mom saying that she took like $4,000 out of the bank account. She said it on stream to get you a new car. So that's where I'm getting that information from.
Factory farming is what you're talking about?
Yeah.
John, there's ways you can punch people without leaving bruises on their literal face. So that's not really an argument. I believe Joe. I don't think he would lie. I don't think he would lie. I believe that he was seriously distressed when he texted me and he said what happened. I mean, he was threatening suicide. Not that he's gonna do that, I don't think, but like, he was really upset. So yeah, it doesn't sound good over there. John, I'm glad you got a new car, but like, I'm not really glad that it was at the expense of my siblings' mental and physical safety. I think you should have spent that money on paying for your own housing. I think that would be better for everybody involved. I don't think it's a good idea to live with your mother as a son past the age of 18, but you're 21. It's been 3 years. Okay, like it's just you've paid off the car now. You have a job that pays you money. You have a full-time job. Get out of there. You're not those children's dad. You're not mom's husband. Get the fuck away from it all. Like, you have some potential, but I know this is what people say to me, but like, you're not doing well over there. You obviously aren't. And it doesn't make sense anyways, because this is a 2-person apartment. You're in a 3-person apartment. You're the 6th person there. You, Charlie, and Tommy are all grown men. Tommy's finishing high school. Okay, that's fine. You and Charlie, why don't you and Charlie go get a room somewhere? You could each pay like $500, $600 a month. Like, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Why do you have the need to live on top of your younger siblings in a cramped apartment and make mom sleep on the couch when she's working 2 jobs, as we all know? Like, do you not at some point think you're taking advantage of that situation? No, I'm not saying there's psychological weirdness, yeah, but like, not physical, I don't think. Why do you care? Well, because he's in my chat. I'm going to tell him what I think. Like, you're a grown man. Get the fuck out of mom's apartment. Get out of her housing. You've got your own car. Go get an apartment. You are. You're saving money by cramping their apartment. That sucks to do. Mom should tell you that you have to get your own place. But she's not strong enough to do that. You should man up and just go get your own place. I'm not suffering thinking about it. I'm not the one who's living with you, punching me. Not anymore. I had enough of that as a kid. Trust me. I'm good. I'm good. You know what happens when you physically assault me, because last time you got arrested, didn't you? You got dragged out in handcuffs, okay? Because you're white trash like that. I had to call the cops on you to get you to stop assaulting me. So you're white trash, I get it, but still, even 21-year-old pieces of white trash generally go get an apartment. There's housing available. Get a roommate. Grow up. Grow up. It's not destroying me, John. I can only imagine. Okay, I know you have this thing. You're no longer part of the family, Grace, as if it's some kind of weird mafia. Clearly, that's not a mentally healthy way to think about it. But I get it. Okay, you and mom are the new mom and dad of the family. You're not healthy parents, either of you. You're physically abusive and you have anger issues. She's mentally ill and is puppeteered by a group of English trolls and has random men from Discord over at the house. Neither of you are really mentally stable enough to be good parents, although I know you want to play some fantasy out with mommy. But like, my suggestion to you as a sibling is to get out of that situation for your health and theirs. I don't see how it makes any sense. Nobody thinks it's cool to live with your mom past 21 as a guy. Nobody thinks that's cool. Okay, 21 is the end of the limit. You have your own money now. It is not destroying me thinking about that cramped apartment with weed and cat piss smell everywhere. I know what it looks like. I guarantee it. I was at her last apartment in Cranston. I remember it. There was trash. There was shit all over the living room. There was frozen pizza boxes. It's depressing. Your Christmas there is going to be depressing. It is not destroying me to think about your depressing, cramped, pothead family Christmas. It's sad. You don't have your sister. The two underage kids don't have their dad. And that sucks, and it's super depressing, and everybody's gonna, it's rope fuel. It is rope fuel, honestly. My Thanksgiving with Lala was better than that. At least I was outside traveling, okay? So, it's not. Or you're gonna go meet up with our relatives and everybody's gonna be fake. Like, go ahead, enjoy it, but just move out, for God's sakes. Get a life. Nobody wants a Ben and Grace Christmas. I'm glad that you're speaking on behalf of your younger siblings. That seems healthy. Also, you referred to Tommy, Maggie, and Joey because they're semi-friendly with us as the Ben supporters. That's crazy. You shouldn't do that to kids. You shouldn't call them the Ben supporters. Grow up. Grow up. You shouldn't be telling a 13-year-old boy who loves his dad despite your best efforts to like totally destroy their relationship. Really moms, but you've contributed. You shouldn't tell him like, "Oh, you're on the outside. You're a Ben supporter." When he's a 13-year-old boy who still wants to have a relationship with his dad. I understand that maybe you destroyed that relationship and misery loves company, so you want him to be, I guess, the anti-Ben gang or whatever fucking lame word you have for it, but maybe don't force your siblings to choose which parent they love more. It's just an idea. Just a thought. Just a thought. Maybe don't inflict that sort of mental torture on them because it is torturous for kids going through divorce. Maybe just let them make up their own minds and maybe get out of their hair, so their mom doesn't have to sleep on the couch, so they could have friends over and they wouldn't see their mom's bed on the couch in the living room. Just a thought. Just a thought. They don't hate dad, and you shouldn't encourage them to hate dad. He does not encourage them to hate mom. And also, the last time that Joey visited, I did a stream with him, and mom tried to get dad judged in contempt of court for being on a live stream with Joe when Joe agreed to do a live stream with me, and it was on my channel. So, nice job, guys. Nice. That's real classy. That's real classy. That's real classy. She packs up her bed every night. Dude, you're talking about your 54-year-old mother. You're 21 years old and have a full-time job. You're talking about your 54-year-old mother. I mean, it's her fault for letting you do this to her, but like, if you think that's a dignified thing for a 54-year-old woman, mother of 6, to do every night, then by all means continue. I personally think that like someone of that age who's working should have a bed, but I guess, we all have differences, right? Difference of opinion. Whatever floats your boat. Like, you gotta think about it, like, both these troll guys or whatever are abusing my mom on one side. like by making her their personal content. Like that's what Rizza said. He said Cortney's still content, just not for you. So they're torturing her, mind games and Discord VCs or whatever. Then on the other hand, you've got my fucking freeloading 21-year-old physically abusive brother who is forcing her to sleep on the couch in her own apartment so that he can freeload off her and have a bed for himself and his cat. Great job, guys. You're on Cortney's side. You're on Cortney's side, guys. For sure. You're the ones who care about her. You're the ones who want her to be stable. Yeah, definitely. You're treating her like shit. Both sides. Both sides. Rizza and those guys who I know you said, John, they're cool. And you. You're both treating her like shit. But we're the bad guys. We're the bad guys. John's welcome to call in. He won't, though. He'll just stay in chat. I always give him the link, and he'll never call in. He knows I'm right. He just wants to cope in chat and say he's a king. He's not really that different than Lalo. At least Lalo will call in, though, to defend his retardedness. John's not even going to call in. He knows I'm right. He knows I'm right. He knows that I'm honest. He knows that he's going to lie, and it'll just be more evidence that he lies. He's scared.
Christianity.
Staying home to save is whatever, but making your mother pack up her bed every night in the living room is pretty low. Yeah, I mean, it's one thing if, like, there's an extra room you can stay in. It's another to put your mom out on the couch. Like, it's one thing if you're going to say, like, oh, I'm based. I don't care about women, I guess. But, like, it's your mother. But it's another thing to say, like, I really care about mom and she's been so abused. I don't remember dad ever forcing her to sleep on a couch. I don't think mom slept on a couch once when she was in dad's care or whatever when they were communicating. I don't think she ever slept on a couch. But with you, she's on the couch. She's packing up her bed every morning, ain't she, boy? Ain't she? I love my dad so much. He's such a nice guy, but like I don't care. I don't care. I say this before the world. I do not care. Connor is the least interesting person to evangelize ever. He's a fucking retarded millennial. I don't care if he goes to heaven or hell. I don't care. I so don't care. I think Jesus was a great prophet. Die! Dude, honestly, I know you're joking, but like, my mom should date a guy. Like, that would be good for her to move on, just like in all areas, but also maybe, like, my brother won't listen to my dad, but like, maybe he'd listen to a stepdad. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Your mom needs her own bed. You know what I mean? That might be good. Grace, it's okay. I forgive you. I might let you join our Christmas festivities. I don't smoke weed, so no thanks. I'll pass. Dude, Jeremy would genuinely be like, finally a nice person for her to interact with. Jeremy liked my mom. He had conversations with her. He didn't treat her like shit like my brother and these trolls do. She should have gone out to New Orleans with him. Like, he would have given her a bed. He would give her a bed. He gave me a bed. Did he say he wanted to hop into it with me? Yeah, but, you know. And the man's got to shoot his shot, you know what I mean? No, I'm saying.
Whereas when you don't say, I'm being descriptive, it sounds like you're cheering it on. And that's one of my frustrations. You
want to test if it's the real John? John, what were the names of our 2 ferrets that we had when we were younger?
Yeah, fuck it, I'll say it.
On both sides.
Yeah, okay, he got it right. Yeah, okay. I don't know why you had to code it. Pippin and Mary, like from Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
nobody
yeah.
else would know that our ferrets were named Pippin and Mary. My dad wanted to name them like Zodak or something. Get the fuck off the internet. You're so mad you can't even type the acronym correctly. You're seething because I called you out because you're a pussy ass bitch. Freeloading off of your fucking mother. It's pathetic. Pathetic. Does that new car get you any pussy, John? I don't think so. You want to see the latest picture I have of John? You want to see what he posted on my Discord? Go ahead and tell me that this is a really healthy guy. I'm genuinely embarrassed that he is my brother. You call me fat, call me whatever. I don't look like this. Okay, let me show you. This is what he freely posted in my Discord server. Hold on one second. Let me bring it up. When he's not posting his art to get validation from a chat, which is so pathetic, John. It's so pathetic. Go to an art gallery, bro. Go post it on Instagram. You're posting it in your sister's Discord server to get validation from the chat. What do you want? Tommy Touchtone's Discord reaction? Like, dude, get a life. Get the fuck out of my server posting your art so that somebody can give it a fire react. That's so pathetic. That is so pathetic. You don't have any friends, so you have to come in my Discord to show off your shitty sketch art. Like, I don't develop it. Do something with it. Post a webtoon. Whatever the fuck people do who have talent. I've never said you don't have talent, but like, that's pathetic. Like, it honestly genuinely makes me embarrassed for you. Okay. Where's the picture? Okay. Let's see here. It was the one with the boots. It was so embarrassing. All right, let me see. God, you post a lot of pictures in here. Okay, yeah, this one. This is embarrassing, John. I mean, you look ugly. You genuinely look like an ugly person inside and out. This is not a vibe. Like, it's kind of funny, but like, you're ugly. You've turned into an ugly person. I mean, and like, you're trying to cover the hairline. It's not working, bro. We can all see what's going on here. You got 2 earrings on. All the earrings in the world ain't gonna cover that up, buddy. All the earrings in the world ain't gonna cover that up. You're so insecure. Why are you posting this in my Discord? What do you want out of this? I mean, you should just, you're balding, freeloading off of your mom, posting your art in my Discord server so that my Discord fans will validate you and say W Jerome. I mean, how old are we here? I mean this sincerely. You've turned into an ugly person. You're ugly. You're ugly. You're like a 4 out of 10. Unfortunately. And I say this sincerely. I don't like having ugly siblings because I like to think that all of my family is genetically blessed. But you're ugly. And that's what happens when you act ugly. It shows on your face. Let me show everybody a picture of you. I've always tried to be proud of all of my siblings because obviously they're like a part of me. Okay, let me show a picture of you back when you were communicating with my dad. Look at your face, dude. You were healthy. You didn't have earrings. Back when you had a relationship with your father, John. You didn't have earrings. Your hairline wasn't, I don't know if that's really your fault, but you were fit, you were tan. Hey, look at you now. Look at you now. You look way older than your age. You look strung out. You look drugged up. You look gay. It's not good. You're going downhill. Please don't post any more selfies like this in my Discord because I like to maintain the image that I come from a good-looking family and that I have superior Aryan genetics. But if my fucking leech brother is posting these pictures in my Discord, it's really not helping my vibe. I don't care what you have. Anorexia, some kind of eating disorder. That's so gay. Like, I don't care. Do something with your life. Don't come in my Discord and ask my people to validate you. It's pathetic. Embarrassing. Don't notice me going in your group chats with your non-existent friends and saying like, hey guys, give me attention. Can I post a picture of myself? You're not even funny anymore. You just post pictures of dad. You spam pictures of dad. It's not healthy. You have an obsession. Like, go do something with your life. We all get it. You don't like dad. Okay. Well, this was you when you had a relationship with your dad, and I lost it. The other picture is you now. So, how's that working out for you? How's that working out for you? Anyways, I don't like telling you that you're ugly, but, you know, sometimes the truth must be spoken. You're a 4. I mean, John, you're not even a bad-looking guy. Like, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. Like, this was you on your graduation day. Like, you're not even bad-looking. Like, you're good-looking, naturally. But, you know, it's time to return to the father. Like, I don't know what to tell you except for, like, Jesse Lee Peterson. Like, call in. Call in to Jesse Lee Peterson sometime. You need to return to the father. You've been gifted with artistic talent and good looks, and you're tall and blah, 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 but, like, you're ruining it all. You're just throwing it in the garbage. You're not doing anything with your art. You're actively getting uglier. And, like, that's not going to stop happening. Like, I've seen it happen with people. Like, Dad's brother, Pete, used to be cute. He stayed living with his parents, and he sort of let them spoil him, and now he, like, genuinely kind of comes across as mentally disabled. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen to you, but, like, it does have an effect over time. It's time to reroute. It's time to turn the car around. At least to a neutral path, because the downfall is crazy. That's all I'm going to say on it. Hans, I don't think a man is going to be satisfied if he does not at least have peace with his father on some level. If you are actively hating your father, that's not going to work because you are your father's son. He's half of you. Like, that's... So John hates half of himself, which is why he is so, like, has so many issues. Like, that's not going to work long term. I don't care if you personally like my dad or not. That's not going to work for anybody. It's not going to work. Ava, you know what? You're going to take John's side? Okay, let me ask you a question, Ava. My brother is sleeping on my mom's bed in her 3-person apartment. He's the 6th person in there because he's freeloading off of her to save up money so that he could get a new car. Okay, that's what he's doing. She sleeps on the couch of her own apartment, and he says she deserves to be there. Do you think that's a good idea for him to do that? Do you think that's a neutral thing, like doesn't matter one way or the other? Or do you think that that is not a good idea? No, untime her. I want to hear her response. And second question, do you think that's attractive to females? Whatever you might say about me, I never made my mom sleep on a couch. And she deserved it sometimes, but my dad never made her sleep on a couch. She always had a bed. Not with Johnny. That's exactly my point, Tommy.
Working out and learning how.
He makes enough money to go get his own place. Get your own place. Stop living on top of your sibling and your mother's backs. Get your own fucking place. You've got a job.
Oh.
My brothers and sister have told me she sleeps on the couch because John has a cat, so he needed his own room. Because my mom is allergic to the cat, so she sleeps on the couch. And he sleeps in her room with the cat. Because he has to have his cat. He has to live there. And she can't be around the cat because she's allergic. So she sleeps on the couch. Because the other bedroom, one of it's Maggie's and the other one is for Tommy and Charlie. There's too many people there. There's a dog. There's a cat. There's 6 people in a 3-person apartment. It's a disaster. And I'm just going to say something personally. Like, I know this from living with my mom. She will do this martyr thing where she'll, like, do something degraded to help someone or whatever. But she lacks respect for herself. That's why she gets to be able to be puppeteered by these trolls. But also, like, it is depressing. I know this as one of her children, to watch her do one of these things that's degraded. It's not fun to wake up every morning to your mom on the couch, especially when she drinks and stuff like that. And I'm not saying she does it like crazy. I don't really know about that. My sisters told me things like my mom will tell her to cook dinner while she's drunk and text her and be like, food, give me food, which I think is inappropriate, but, like, it's just a depressing sight to wake up to your mother on the couch. And, you know, I just think it sucks. Like, at least, like, she's too old for that shit. It's just, everybody knows that, like, she shouldn't be on the couch. She doesn't have her own space. She doesn't have her own room. She just should, to do her own private stuff. I can only imagine. It just must... It must be, that's why Maggie and Joe, like, Maggie and Tom, they just spend most of the time at their friends' houses. I get that. I did that too. At a certain point, it just gets depressing. Like, I know I call this the depression nest, but, like, it's not close to that. It's like, I don't know, it's like one of those intervention episodes. It just gets to you, you know what I mean? I saw that kind of stuff. Like, when my mom was working really hard, she would have this, like, greasy, matted hair and no makeup, and her clothes would be stained and ripped. And it's like, it's just depressing, you know? And I used to be really mad at her for it, because I'd be like, why can't you take better care of yourself? I would rather you didn't do XYZ and took care of yourself. And there is some truth to the fact that she kind of prefers living like that. And she said to me once, like, I don't know why, but I turn every place I go to, like, into, like, a homeless shelter. Like, I don't take care of myself. I never have. But, like, I don't know. It's just, the whole situation is unhealthy. I'm going to text my dad.
Here we go.
Dad, get out of there.
Good enough for government work.
Connor is doing
and
this
I'm also
bro
blown out on the
thing.
camera.
Tell them you gotta go.
It's
I mean,
an act.
I might be wrong, but, like, I can see in my dad's eyes he's exhausted, and I know that he has a hard time, like, telling people he's gotta go, especially when he feels like they're being nice. I feel so bad for him. He is, at the end of the day, a very polite person. He won't, like, there's guys over at the storage unit, you know who I'm talking about, who will yap and yap and yap and yap, and he literally says to me, like, you cannot let them get near me, you cannot, I will get sucked in and I can't find a way out.
I also have a newer channel called The Daddy Pill, in which I'm exploring, in a certain sense, the role
That's
of
right,
fatherhood.
shout it out!
You guys did great.
Nobody
you
cares.
Have a great night and Merry Christmas.
You are low energy.
Thanks.
All right, Merry Christmas, guys.
Bye.